All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high,
blitz coming, and down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now it's Watson, and the pressure gets to him again. Myles Jack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again. Jackson. Shark's got it left side. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 88 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Flush to his right. Open man right side is Shark. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Jackson on first down. And it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Have the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Richmond.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gun.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignment.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Jackson. He may try and run for this. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, But he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Jackson down on third down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change.
And guys, man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw is Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Miller. Uses the spin. Oh, and now some space to operate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watson now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play. On second down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Down! Green the line! Green the line!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They find some open field here. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambo will put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Everyone's got 4 down. Watch 84. Watch 84.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Nice hit, boy.
So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.